Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Makakadash. Double honors and salutations to the elders and apostles, Akim Akwaf, throughout the four corners of the earth, holding on to the testament of the Lord Amashak Yahushai in this last days and times. This is Brahmanasha DC Camp. Another lesson for the hopeful elect. Yes, I'm just going to go straight into this topic of redemption for our people. Just like you always remember the basic precepts, man. Matthew chapter 1, verse 21, by Yahushua delivering our people from their sins. So that's exactly what we're all hoping for, man. Once we get that opportunity to be delivered, to be exempt from all unrighteousness and to be destined for salvation. Oh my gosh, man! I mean, it's a good feeling. It's a good confirmation that we're all hoping for to be delivered out of the hands of our enemies. All right, so it just resonates well, man. It resonates well into our spirit in this last days and time that we as Israelites understand the value of these scriptures, the value of the promises that we daily hold on to, all right? Because this is all we have, this main inheritance. This is how we get closer as a family, in the name of the Lord Amashak Yahushai, all right? And that's what the prophets and our forefathers always hope for, that our people draw near to the Heavenly Father, all right? So Nehemiah chapter 1, verses 8 and 9 gives a good idea of our experience, all right? So verse 8 says this: Remember, I beseech thee, the word that thou commandest thy servant Moses, saying, If ye transgress, I will scatter you abroad among the nations. Okay? So that's the judgment of the Lord. If our people sin, going after the way of the heathen, we will be judged by being scattered abroad. We've been victims of every type of brutal acts under the heavens. All right? And hey, it's the judgment of the Lord. That's the retribution of the Lord against our people for being disobedient children, for being hard-headed and stiff-necked. And hey, that's exactly what happened. The Lord had a excellent time chastising our people, and the time that our people should wake up. They need to understand that the chastening of the Lord is just for a brief season, and the time of our redemption is at hand. And that's what this topic's about, man. The redemption of our people. Our people have to prepare themselves for redemption. Prepare yourself to be salvaged. Just like you go to a so-called junkyard, you're looking for stuff that you can use for a greater purpose, So you have to make sure that you're salvageable for the word of the Lord, for the ministry of the Lord, the Mashiach Yahushai. All right. And then verse 9 says, But if ye turn unto me and keep my commandments and do them, though there were of you cast out unto the utmost part of the heaven, yet will I gather them from thence, and will bring them unto the place that I have chosen to set my name there. All right? And that shows you that we have to return to the land of Israel. This is a good precept that proves that. All right? The Lord will bring us back into our own land. And that's a blessing that we're looking forward to inherit. Okay? So, we just have to be extremely delighted, overjoyed with the mercies of the Lord that will be delivered in these perilous times. Okay? So, we know exactly what is expected of us, and we have to strive to accommodate that requirement. Okay, so Isaiah chapter 22, I'm gonna get let's get to verse 18. Okay, this is what it says. This is the judgment. Verse 17 and verse 18. Okay, so it tells you clearly the judgment of our transgressions. In verse 17, behold, the Lord Yahweh Bashim Shai Bashim Kakadash will carry thee away with a mighty captivity, and will surely cover thee. He will surely violently turn and thrust thee like a ball into a large country. That's America, alright? There thou shalt die, and there the chariots of thy glory shall be the shame of thy Lord's house, alright? So all the glory we had in the past basically turned into dust since our nation disobeyed the Lord. We became an adversary to the Lord, and the Lord, proved to us that he could be a bigger adversary by making us serve our enemies, serving a brutal slavery, okay? And hey, we got our ass kicked, we got beat down, demolished, demoralized, detached, and all that stuff, torn apart. All right, so it just shows you the damage that the Lord allowed the enemies to do unto us. And now that we are waking up, it's time for our people to get repaired. And then verse 19 says, and I will drive thee from thy station, and from thy state shall he pull thee down. So the Lord allowed our enemies to jack us up, and we got jacked up, we got bamboozled, we got all type of damages, man, that the so-called psychologists cannot, or psychiatrists can never heal us of, man. There is no type of therapy on this earth that can make our people heal from the psychological trauma and damage that we have to hold on to. That's why these Edomites always have a field day when they know they could press our buttons like the accordion, and the Moabites too, the Hamites and the Ishmaelites, they know how to push the buttons of our people. But hey, the Lord says it's going to happen. We're going to become a proverb and a byword, an astonishment among all nations. So we just have to understand, man. The Lord allowed us to be ridiculed, and when you get tired of being ridiculed, you just have to return to your power, return to your resting place, return to your stronghold of redemption, stronghold of salvation, okay? So when you read the book of Jeremiah, chapter 3, and then you look at verse 1, it says this, they say if a man put away his wife, and she go from him, and become another man's, shall he return unto her again? Shall not that land be greatly polluted? But thou hast played a harlot with many lovers, yet return again unto me, said the Lord. So just imagine, man, how furious the Lord had to be with our people for, for being idolaters, for being idol worshippers, for disregarding the righteousness of the law, for disregarding the faith of the law, the testimony of prophecy. All right. So just imagine why the Lord had to jack us up, seriously. And hey, the Lord had to make a move of correction, and that's exactly why certain things, certain bitter moments had to come upon our nation. talk about the curses. Hey, the Lord did what He had to do best to put us back in shape. And that's only for a few, man, that will be able to get out of this quagmire, okay? So always remember, man, you gotta be spiritual, man. You gotta learn to let go of the deeds of the flesh. It's not about how you feel. It's about what the Lord wants you to take account of. Take accountability of. Okay. So, book of Isaiah, Isaiah chapter 55. I'm gonna read verse 7. It says this: Let the wicked forsake his way, and the righteous man his thoughts. So this is for the Israelite man, okay? And let him return unto the Lord, and He will have mercy upon him, and to our power, for He will abundantly pardon. And that's exactly what we're looking forward to. This is the opening for our redemption. Lord Hamashiach Yahushua opened up that path of redemption for our people. So we have to get in line. Okay? That's all it is, man. The Lord gives you a lifeline, you have to use it. And Yahushua is that lifeline. Okay? You have to, hold on daily, man. Holding on by the tip of your fingers, by your fingernails, man, even by the tip of your teeth. Yeah, so we're looking forward to this pattern, man. Just like when someone's about to be put to death in his system, and then you get a pardon from the governor, you get a commuted sentence from the president. Hey, expect the Lord, to dish out pardons, man. Just like talk about presidential pardons. Yeah, we got, heavenly patterns, man. Once you receive that heavenly pattern, man, you are good for eternity. All right, that's exactly what we need as Israelites. So-called Negroes, we so-called Latinos, we so-called Native Americans. That's what we need from the Lord. Heavenly pattern, divine pattern. All right. So one more precept will be from the book of Isaiah chapter 52, verse 6. It says this: Therefore my people shall know my name. Therefore they shall know in that day that I am He that doth speak. Behold, it is I. And the Lord is whispering, in the ears of His prophets, our true Son Hamashiach Yahushua, to tell our people to get themselves together, man, because we gotta hear the word of the Lord. You gotta hold on to what is more important, okay? And we gotta start with knowing who your power is, His name, and what it's all about. All right. So that's gotta be music to our spirit, and that's what we need, man. We have to learn to fear the Lord and adopt the requirements He has set before us. Okay. So the Lord Hamashiach Yahushua Bashim Kakadash has made that clear. He had made known the way of the Father unto us through His servants, the prophets, and we gotta take advantage of it, man. It's our heritage. We gotta put on our priestly garments. We gotta put on the righteousness of the saints. That's exactly what we all have to, keep in mind, man. This is all we have. You don't want to be naked. Spiritually, you gotta have a hedge around you. You wanna have protection. You don't want to look like you do not belong anywhere. You want to have a sense of belonging, and the best place for you to set up shop is in the name of the Lord. All right, that's the only place we can establish our confidence without getting any defeat. That can overthrow our how you say it, our destiny. Okay, so that's what we're looking for. We're looking for victory that can never be, you know, uprooted. Let me say, overthrown or disqualified, man. Okay, just like in Esau's world, man, you can win the case, but you can't get you know, the appropriate sum of compensation. But with the Lord, man, you're gonna win your case and you're gonna get the compensation you duly deserve. Okay, so final precept is gonna be from the book of Isaiah, chapter 11, verse 11. You should be happy that these things are in our favor. All right, Isaiah chapter 11, verse 11, and it shall come to pass in that day, all right, that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people. And what second time is that? The second coming of the Lord Amashak Yahushai. Okay, which shall be left from Assyria and from Egypt and from Patros and from Cush and from Aram and from Shinar and from Hamath and from the islands of the sea. And he shall set up an ensign for the nations and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel. All right, and gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth. And that's exactly what we all need, man. We are looking forward to being guarded from the four corners of the earth. That's exactly what the Lord is trying to do. For that's what he's doing right now. You know, he's calling our people through the prophets. You know, the word is going out. And our people are waking up slowly but surely. You know, so that's the whole plan, man. You know, the road towards our redemption, you know, is paved with intentions of the Lord Amashak Yahushua, intentions of mercy and righteousness and faith. All right. So, those upon the Akim, Abaratazar, we get delivered. You know, our faith gets strengthened to withstand adversities that are coming our way because, hey, it's going to be an uphill battle, man, in the spirit. Because, hey, when good things are about to happen to our people, man, we always have to go through that struggle. So when you know the struggle is coming, you prepare yourself in advance. That's what the Lord Amashak Yahushai, you know, told us to be circumspect. You know, so Abaratazat would get delivered as quick as possible. Shalom.